Hey guys, so here bringing you another video. Now, welcome to the main account. Obviously, been going a little bit rough recently. We did get demoted. You guys saw that we were on a big loss streak, and it's just one of those things, I guess. So what I decided to do in this recording session, it was going really rough in the day. And if I'm gonna be honest, you know, I know people are gonna say it's silly, or whatever, but like, League is my job. It's quite a big part of my life. I actually did get quite a bit upset during the stream, and I know people are going to probably like laugh at me for that, but like, it's the equivalent of you having a rough day at work, and like, when it's constant rough days at work, you're going to be a bit beaten up about it. Just imagine having a rough day at work and then having hundred of eyes on you live, and then thousands of eyes on you in videos. It just adds a little bit of like so what I decided is this game was streamed, but I turned off my camera because I probably wasn't looking my best. Let's just say my eyes were probably a bit red, and I wasn't commentating. So the idea was kind of just play the game how I want to, a bit of fun, play champions that I wanted to play. So I just say you're going to have two of these POV commentaries. This game obviously is ZED, so my second game is ZED this season, and hilariously, you'll notice like, Huz, you're against a KATARINA. Yeah, so this of me recording on this stream session, I don't know what happened, but basically there was a Gwen on the enemy team in every single game, and she basically got fed every game. It wasn't the same player, it was a different player each game, but I was just like, I'm just banning Gwen. I don't want a game of Gwen. I don't want a Gwen on the enemy team. I'm fed up. And literally, game number one that I do not ban Katarina, boom, she was on the enemy team. And I remember it actually being quite funny. I remember me kind of joking to the Twitch audience going, watch now, I'm not going to ban Kat and she'll be picked. And lo and behold, it happened. It's why I ban Kat every game. It's because that's the type of champion she is. So I am still quite confident with my Zed. I'm going to play more of him. You know, hopefully you guys, after watching the first Zed game, if you didn't, it did show like, oh, actually, Huz, even though you're rusty at him, your Zed was not bad. And obviously this is my second game of Zed, so you'll see how that goes. I really enjoy playing him. I used to be a Zed main many years ago. And even though I'm not massively into jungling at the moment, I need to properly learn how to Zed jungle. We did do a spectate a little while back of watching a Zed jungle player. Full transparency, I might do another one of those in the next couple of days, just also for me to learn a little bit more about how to clear, because that's the big thing. Ganking on Zed, not that hard. You've got your shadow. Yes, he doesn't have CC, but a lot of assassin junglers don't bring a lot of CC to the mix. So it's kind of just learning how to jungle clear effectively, and then I should be able to be okay on him. But again, I prefer him in mid. But weirdly, arguably Zed's better role at the moment is jungle. But we'll see how this game goes. So half expecting the Katarina to not be in lane much, because that is generally her play style. Is Cats don't really win mid lane. As a champion, they a lot of the time roam bot lane pretty early, get a kill or two, and then return to mid lane, and then with that extra strength that they've got from roaming, that is when they can start winning the 1v1. So I cancelled an auto attack there, which cost me the 6 minions, which is a bit annoying. And what you'll notice, big tip here on Zed, pretty basic, but if you're new to the champion, you want to learn it, it's worth pointing out. Notice how every Q that I'm doing is hitting minions and Cat. Try to maximize that, and that's not just a Zed thing. That's like if you're playing Xerath, or if you're playing any champion that's got this kind of skill shot that goes through minions and hits a champion, try to hit both. You're maximizing damage on two different sources, and that's kind of a win-win. Yes, that will make you kind of, again, with like this type of thing, I'm pushing quite hard, but with Shadow at level 2, you are kind of safe if you don't actively use your Shadow aggressively in lane. And that's one thing you'll notice a good Zed player will not do. They won't waste their Shadow. You'll only see me actually use a Shadow if I feel I can really do a lot of damage to the cat. If I'm not feeling that, I'm going to hold my Shadow, because it's always the escape thing. So there, what I was trying to do there more than anything else, I used my Shadow. Obviously, I knew Viega wasn't in the area. I was trying to just pressure the cat to not get the cannon more than anything else. But I think she did end up getting it again. Still hitting pretty much every single Q. Get the electrocute proc there, always nice. Still pretty much hitting every single Q on the cat, as many as I can. Every single one of them I'm practically aiming for her. This cat, I will say, she wasn't great. She weirdly was kind of like a cat player. Like, I think she is a cat kind of main. but she didn't have too many games on the champion, and her win rate wasn't very good. The funny thing is why, again, a cat main doesn't have too many games. The champ is always banned. Like, again, this is the first game that I haven't banned cat in, God, at least maybe 3 weeks, potentially, maybe even a month. But very often, you know, I've always kind of thought it, my ban a lot of the time is wasted because the enemy team normally bans cat too. Meanwhile, Viego going bot lane. They do end up getting a kill. Yes, they've got a pretty strong comp, by the way. So they've got Viego jungle. Twitch does get a nice kill there. They have Viego jungle, very strong champion. Cat mid, who, you know, depending what your point of view on the champion is quite strong. But we have Zac. Here comes a gank. He lands it. I'm going to flash and do my full combo. If I didn't flash there, I'll be honest, I wasn't going to get that kill. I needed to be there instantaneously to just do the big DPS number. And that does show Zed's got that big boom damage when it's needed. So that's a really nice gank by Zed. Get our first kill of the game against the cat. And, you know, lo and behold, there you go. I will say, I remember saying on stream, and I'm not trying to be whatevers, I remember saying to stream going, like, I actually am surprised cat is still mid. You know, pre-level whatever we are, level 4, level 5. I am surprised that she didn't roam yet. Because that is just what I expect a cat to do. But she didn't. So anyway, big play happening bot lane. Now, at this point, I again also said on stream, I'm pinging missing. I said I guarantee she is going bot lane. It's a cat. It's to what you expect. So she's not back in mid. She's going to run straight to bot lane. They do get a kill on there's cat, so she gets an assist on the Zac. So I'm just going to push up the lane. At this point, some people may go, Huz, shouldn't have you gone bot lane? Not really. Again, that's a kind of, well, it's a very aggressive thing that the Zac did. He was in the enemy territory. It was a bit too aggressive. And, yeah, it's... Again, the part of the problem with something like KATARINA is they, as a champion, it's not just Cat, by the way. I know this game I'm talking about Cat because she's against me. But like Akalis and stuff can do it as well. Assassins, really, just maybe not Zed. Maybe some Zeds do, but they are completely fine giving up lane and lane pressure for a roam. Like, that is what they do. I will say I'm very happy about it. Some of you may have noticed the roam meta has calmed down compared to last season. So last season, I don't mind roaming, I never have. But what I've always hated was when roaming became the complete default playstyle, no matter what situation. And that's what last season became. It was the default playstyle that most mid laners would be in bot lane more than mid. That's what I didn't like. That has calmed down. Hopefully you guys have noticed that. I definitely have. Obviously, I'm playing mid. Roaming is still in the game. It's always been in the game. But it's just not the I'm never in mid lane, I'm permanently bot lane like it used to be. Which is good. That's, again, it's a lot healthier for the game. But yeah, that's a good thing. So we've gone back, hit level 6, got a little bit of a power spike with a Dirk. And, yeah, not doing too bad at this stage. Obviously, I will say the set this game was a little bit iffy. I think from memory he was a set 1-trick on main, because I think that rings a bell. This game was a few days ago, so it's hard to remember perfectly. But he, which you may notice, he never warded, ever. It's very weird to me when people like die repeatedly to basically the same gank, but never put a ward down. Because again, that's kind of how you counter it. But yeah. Anyway, Cat, level 6, and yes, I'm expecting her to kind of roam, so I go for an ultimate play. This, by the way, wasn't... I do Ignite, which was a bad Ignite. That was, by the way, not... You know, sure, I would have taken a kill if I could have got it. If I played it perfectly, maybe she could have died. But it wasn't exactly that. The Zed... the set is dying once again from not having a single ward. But that was more, I know Cat's about to roam, let's do damage so she doesn't roam. That's what that was. I am, by the way, 20 farm ahead in mid lane right now, which is great. You know, that's good pressure. That means I've got quite a lot more gold than her, than, you know, this situation. She does obviously have 1 kill, which matches mine. She's got 1 more assist, I think, of me, but having a 20 farm lead at this stage of the game, yeah, I've definitely got a decent gold lead at the moment. And I would say right now I do have kill pressure on her, and I think she knows that. She was looking to base there, but the reason why she cancelled her base is I was definitely going to cancel that with my Shadow Q, and she's decided to stick around. The reason why she's sticking around, as you might be able to tell here, I'm hard pushing. Why? Stopping the Cat base. Like, I can actively make the Cat weaker for an extended period of time by hard pushing it, because she can't go back and buy. Because if she goes back and buys, she's at least going to miss 2 waves to tower. That's 12 farm. That's a lot of gold. So Viego is taking my control ward. I was kind of half expecting Zach to come over, but he was doing a camp, so he was prioritizing finishing that and then would have come over. Cats, you can see probably right now, a weird play there. She does flash. Zach predicts that, by the way, which is absolutely fantastic. He gets the kill. Viego looked to try and help. Not close enough. Really good prediction by the Zach. He was very good from memory. And I was looking potentially for a cheeky invade there, but I kind of don't. And then, lo and behold, he's mid lane, which I wasn't really expecting. Do a bunch of damage to him. Zach's in the area, Rakan with the knock-up, and I get the ultimate off, and I use Shadow back to safety in one motion. Really nice kill. Very good teamwork there. It is, I will say, a little bit weird that we've got Rakan mid lane, which, again, that roaming playstyle. Twitch is not exactly an AD carry that I would like people to leave alone. Ezreal, sure, he's pretty safe in bot lane. He has that mobility. He probably won't die. Twitch, not so much, which is just a risk. Watch this, by the way. So when I've said for a while that Zach is overpowered, this is what I mean. The cat has just come back from dying. She ignited that Zach, and that Zach absolutely annihilated the cat, as you just saw. Like, he's got... That's supposedly a tank Zach. He does have a Dark Seal right now, and that's all he's got. He does that much damage with basically no ability power. So the cat is having a rough game. Look at the farm difference, by the way. 42 to 77. Clearly, it's not going to help the cat by dying, spawning, and then dying again. But as you can see, the nature of this KATARINA, if you kind of focus on what she's done, she died the first time, and she didn't return to mid lane straight away. She went for a roam bot lane. She died again, and then what does she do? She doesn't return to mid lane to farm. She tries to fight Zach. Again, very not focused on lane phase. That's the point. So I am going to be looking pretty aggressive, I think, at the moment to try and get a solo kill. I've hit my mythic item, so a bit of a power spike, and I think she is like, let's leave that situation. I am, by the way, eyeing up the cat to get an ultimate anytime I can. Very close to it. Unfortunately, I go for the ultimate play. She flashes, which is good. You know, it's not bad to get a flash. Annoyingly, that what I should have done there, and again, doing these POV commentaries is good to like learn and like where I could improve. I didn't kill that KATARINA there. I'm double her farm basically nearly, by the way. I didn't kill that cat in that situation because, meanwhile, Set dies in a solo, which I don't know how it's possible. I had to use my shadow to get to her. If I just ulted and then I cat roaming bot lane, if I ulted her and she flashes away, I can then follow with W. But yeah, big play upcoming. Rakan going for an ult. I go for my flash play like I did last time. So I flash, then W, gets me in the range. Hitting with a Q on the Zeri, bit of extra damage. Overall, very nice clean fight. I am be like, let me get there. But I think, alas, that is going to probably be the end of the fight. But that should give us Dragon priority, which is always nice. So Cat's dead again. Zeri dies also by good teamwork. I'm helping a little bit on the Dragon. So there we go. So far, really good. 203. I've got just over a 50% kill participation at the moment. There's 9 kills, and I've been involved in 5. And farm-wise, doing very good. Competitive farm, not just against the cat that I'm nearly double her farm. Competitive in the match. You know, people aren't, let's say, farming amazingly well, but yeah. So you can see probably like tilt right here, by the way. So the cat returns to lane, and I one-shot her. So yeah, so this is kind of the point that I was trying to make earlier. Cats in general, especially this one, this is a great example of a cat. They just, if they don't snowball, they tilt quite hard. And this one, it just was that primary example of what a cat does if she doesn't do well in the early game and roams. This cat did roam, but it didn't go that well. And then she did the kind of typical thing of kind of tilt a bit too much and not focus on farm. And every situation that she was kind of doing just didn't go right. And when you're not focusing on farm and the situations that you're trying to do go bad, you're really far behind. And that's kind of that. So, yeah. Some people may go, Huz, you know, you're absolutely stomping this KATARINA. Is this going to make you not ban the champion anymore? No. I will still ban this champion. Like, I've gone back to banning this champ. It was just, on this day, weirdly, as I mentioned earlier, weirdly on this day, it was just Gwen every single game, and every single Gwen that I was on the enemy team got really fed. And I was like, well, And again, a fed Gwen is like a fed Viego pretty much, is unstoppable to kill. But yeah, so Viego's going top lane. Zach was trying to hunt him down, by the way. Yes, that Zach was willingly trying to find a Viego to fight. Right now, I'm pushing the wave in, and I am expecting Cat to go over to the fight, because why wouldn't I? So I'm also going to follow it up. There's the Cat. Zach's fighting the Viego. I shadow over to the right, the left, and I decide to go all in for the Cat. Now, Set does ult her away from me, but luckily my pop damage just did a bit too much, and we do get another kill. 403. Nice follow-up there. And just to make the point clear, was it bad that Cat did that fight? No. Again, I'm not saying that's bad, that what she just did at all. But once again, it's another situation that this Cat's done that's gone negative instead of going for guaranteed income with minions. She's literally on 51 farm at the moment at 14 minutes. I am more than double her farm. She's just not focusing on farm. And when you're this weak into this game, at this point of game, realistically what she should be doing, and I know it's opposite of what Cat wants to do as a champion, she should be just staying mid and farming. She should, because she needs guaranteed gold income. Every single time that she's going for these roaming fights, she's really far behind this game. I don't get the cannon, but she's really far behind. So if I show up and I kind of counter that roam, she's dead. Like, that's the point. And I will say, we were having a bit of fun, which, again, it was lovely to have a bit of fun in this game with considering how bad the games have gone recently. I was literally kind of making jokes going, I'm going to take all my pent-up frustration of KATARINA out on this KATARINA. So even in like a team fight, because the game was going pretty well, even if like there was a team fight happening and like maybe the better target to go for was the Zeri, I was probably just going to ult the KATARINA. So I ult the Cat, follow her up with a Shadow. I missed the Qs, which was quite bad. And unfortunately for me, I don't get the kill. She levels up from killing me because Viego showed up. Really annoying. So that was a bad play by me. She actually does get a shutdown there with that Ignite. But then, lo and behold, who shows up to get the kill? Zach. So that's the thing. She probably got, like, let's say, a bit de-tilted from killing me. Oh, dude, I finally got him. And then she probably got instantly tilted again because Zach killed her. So, yeah. But yeah, I could have played that better. If I literally landed basically any of my Shadow Qs, she was dead. I just missed them. So that's just misplay. That is 100% something that I know that was on me. Yes, it was a bit unfortunate that Viego happened to be in the right area, but, you know, it is what it is. My bot lane doing what they can. They weren't, I will say, having a great game. But Twitch, any second, I think, has his E up. Oh, yeah, he just E'd, and then Zach comes into the rescue, and then Zach gets the kill there. So that's good. Good survival there. But yeah, they were having an okay game, but it was nothing special. The Zeri was still getting quite strong herself. And obviously, I'm sure we've all experienced a Zeri in modern day since the champion's released. I'm ulting again straight away, by the way, because why not? I don't think she flashed then. I think that was just a shadow, I think. She's then decided to ult, or sorry, get on me there. I don't know why, so that was now a flash. So there we go. And I decide to go for it, and once again, little bit of sloppy play. I missed the Qs. It's that simple. If I hit those Qs, she's dead. Zach's in the area still. He's going to do what he can. And watch this, by the way. He gets the kill. He picks up with his passive blobs. He's literally one hit from death. I distract the Zeri for a moment so she goes right instead of going left. That gives Zach enough time to escape. I honestly believe if that Zeri stuck on that Zach, she would have got his passive and then probably got the kill. But for some reason, she just, like, the distraction of me being like, hello, just distracted her for that split second we needed. Set, by the way, did finally get a solo kill on that Scion. And I believe the only reason he really got a solo kill there was the Scion was just hammering the tower. He was ignoring the Set that was killing him, and he just finished off the tower. Dragon, though, unfortunately does seem that it's going to go for the enemy team. I'm in the general area to see what I can do, and I decided just to go all in on the Morgana because we weren't getting the Dragon. We do one-shot the Morg. Unfortunately, I don't get the kill because Twitch happened just to last hit it, even though I basically one-shot the Morg. Happens, I guess. It's never a bad thing to give Twitch kills, by the way. AD carry Twitch is an absolute monster, so I don't mind that too much, and I am quite fed as Zed this game. And yeah, so very happy with how I'm playing this match. Yes, there is definite still some Zed rust, let's say that, in here. Not claiming that my Zed is perfect by any means, but we've done very well in lane. Yes, I will say we got some jungle help this game, but I never get jungle help. Like, that's the one thing I will say is when I actually do get ganks from junglers, I very often get fed. my playstyle of like how I am as a player, I know how to use a lead. I know how to extend the lead. So if a jungler does give me some ganks early, it often goes quite well. It's just weirdly quite rare. I don't know why it's rare, but it is. Anyway, Katarina is finally doing arguably the correct thing, that she's gone to bot lane to go farm. Guaranteed gold income is what this Katarina needs, Huzzy Cannon. I'm going to go down bot lane to go match that, because of course I am. One thing that I will say I have confidence on with Zed, and I don't know why. It's really weird. I don't actually have that confidence on other champions. I actually have good confidence to side lane on Zed. Partially because I know I kind of have to side lane on Zed. In the way that just the champion is. He's not the best team fighter. He is a solo killing champion. His ultimate is very obviously solo kill orientated. Obviously, the fight has gone fantastic for my team. So that's great. But yeah, so that's why I'm more confident with solo. Also, you know, I don't want to give the Katarina any chance to get back into the game. And if she is looking to try and get some farm to get back into the game, or this, me being here, is kind of going stop. Because she wouldn't probably want to be here right now against me, arguably. Right now, I would say I'm not going to say I beat all of the enemy team in a 1v1, because I'm not entirely sure I would kill that Sion. It is tank Sion. I don't know if he's got a hull breaker. I don't think he does. Generally, from what I've always experienced, the best Sion players don't go hull breaker. I know that's going to trigger some people, but it's really true. The ones that like win lane and like are really good for helping their team try to win the game, yeah, they never rush hull breaker. They just go tank, and they just go full tank, and Sion is so tanky in that playstyle. But yeah. Anyway, Viego in the area. I do have Rakan around, so, you know, we could go for this, but gotta be careful. I do decide just to go all in on him. I ult, going for that DPS, and Zac unfortunately gets the kill there. I do shadow back, and Cats, you can see her mobility, everything. Sion's teleported in. Rakan will go down to the tower in the ignite. Katarina's ignite to be exact. But that's, again, not a bad situation. It's a 2-for-1. 2 carry champions, Viego, Katarina for a Rakan. Definitely worth. Not bad at all. That teleport that Sion did, he's now in bot lane. Look what's happening in top lane. My set is killing a tier 2. So it's not a bad situation at all. I was like, I wonder how much damage I do to this guy. But he flies in. I do have more damage in that combo than I actually expected. So I actually ignite. I land some Qs, but unfortunately it's just not enough. And the enemy team is about. I decided to go all in on the Morgana to try and just give time. I could see my ultimate was coming up, and I managed to survive. Zac, by the way, just died. So he actually wasn't dying. And then the whole enemy team showed up. So I was like, ah! So that was a 3v4 or 3v5 in the end. I can't remember who was trying to surrender. I think it was the Twitch. Again, there are certain champs, I don't know why, when they're a main or whatever, like, they're really... Again, it's maybe bad to say, but stereotypical. Would I expect a Twitch main to surrender even if we're winning a game early? Yes. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, just so many Twitch mains and stuff get really easily triggered and they'll surrender a winning game. And it's like, what? And there are some champions like that. Master Yi is definitely one of them. I actually had, I will say, I don't know when I'm actually launching this video, but it will definitely be before a game I played earlier. I had another kind of trolly Master Yi earlier, but luckily it didn't matter that much. Gonna go for the Katarina though, and this time I finally land the Qs correctly. Again, very big power difference between me and Cat, and very nice kill, so not bad at all. That will also give me side lane pressure. So what that does is it does potentially open the opportunity for my team to do Baron, because now I'm bot lane, and I've killed my side lane opponent, if you will. So if I keep pushing, someone has to come stop me. You know, technically, if no one stops me, I'm just going to end the game. So eventually someone will. But alas, it doesn't work that way. Why? Because the dragon has actually spawned. So my team goes for the dragon instead, which I honestly is the correct play. I'm going to stay bot lane though. And now potentially if my team go over to that side of the map, now it does open up the opportunity for Baron. So Sion is top lane. I'd say a little bit weird to do that. Unfortunately for me, that bind hit. Now, looking at that, by the way, again, it honestly looked like that type of bind that hit me before I shadowed, but I then managed to get the shadow off, so it's very weird. So unfortunately, I go down there. That is, I would say, a bad death. Shouldn't be dying like that, but again, thought I get another one, another max range bind, and now Twitch is dead. He will pick up a kill though, and honestly, I said it, I remember during the stream, if that Rakan wasn't really wimpy, he will pick up the Zeri, which is good, but if that Rakan wasn't really wimpy and actually supported that Twitch in that fight, there's honestly a little bit of a chance that they might have been able to turn that around, to be honest, which is a bit surprising potentially, but yeah. So they have vision in that bush, so Zac is in a little bit of trouble himself. Really bad Viego ultimate though, like really early, so that didn't really do anything to the Zac, and now he doesn't have his ultimate up. So there's a big fight potentially happening here. I think Zac decides he does actually go for it. I was like, he decides against jumping. No, he doesn't. He goes for it. So he will go down, but does this do anything for the set? Obviously, Viego is going to live with all his weird mechanics. He's ulting again, and he will actually eventually get another kill. I'm hovering in the area here just to see what I could do. If they overcommitted or anything like that, then I could have like killed the Viego, but they do back out, and that will be that. So a little bit of a mess, but overall, again, not too bad. We're still very much ahead of this game, so it's nothing to be majorly concerned of, if that's the thing to say. I do want level 16. I'm going to ult the KATARINA here. She weirdly goes over there. I don't know what that was about. Unfortunately, I don't get the kill, even though I was probably going to get it, because the Twitch poison ended up getting it, or Twitch got it with his E. He does get another kill, and then Twitch DPS with then the poison. That's kill on. He gets really good flash auto there with an extended range of his ult. Zeri, I think, should have just kept running away. That is going to get a triple kill for the Twitch, and that is going to be a good situation for us. Yeah, I did try to shadow over that wall. I believe you can do it, but as you saw where the shadow was, I wasn't perfectly next to the wall. I was a little bit off the wall, and yeah, if you're a little bit off the wall, you don't have the range, which is what you just saw there. So 190 farm at 25 minutes, when farm is not my specialty. Honestly, not too bad. You can see, why wouldn't the enemy team go for a potential steal? Set does a nice thing there. I'm going to go all in for him. Set even gets, by the way, into the Dragon Pit, which was quite scary. Oh, sorry, Baron Pit again. And I did a funny thing here. I was like, I'm just going to auto-attack this guy. I literally didn't use a single spell, and I was like, I'm just auto-attacking. But yeah, good Baron. Little bit high risk. That was like a 50-50, but we did end up getting it, which is good. I could go back right now and get another Power Spike item, but I decide against it because, again, as I've said that keyword for many years, level 16 finally, momentum is key. I was going to go for that play, and I'm lucky I didn't, because I was probably dead if I ended up going for that. And because of my health, I think in this situation I decide just mainly to go for the inhib. Maybe. Cat's going for me, and I'm just going to shadow away and then use the rest of my other shadows to end up getting that kill. We did also get ignited by Cat, but yeah, really nice play. Good confidence level there. And I do make an upcoming mistake, because like, oh, my Zac, I will protect you. Unfortunately, I was just too far away, arguably, and Zeri ends up with a double kill. Because that's the thing, modern day champs like Zeri, if you make a mistake, she will kill you. She's a very modern champion. Practically every damaged modern champion is in that nature. Most modern champions are a bit too strong for their own good. Renata might be an exception to that. That champion, all I've seen of that champion is she's extremely weak. We might again do a challenger spectate of her in the next week or so, just to see if a challenger player can figure out that champion, because I had one as my support the other day. I played AD carry. That champ didn't do anything. Like, literally, like, the player wasn't great, but my god, like, her ultimate did nothing. She landed, I think, only one ultimate in the whole game, but she finally landed an ultimate, and nothing happened. Like, it was very weird. So I think Renata might literally just turn into a very situational champion that most of the time is completely worthless. But if the enemy team randomly has, like, they've got a Draven, a Master Yi, like every auto-attacking champion in the game, then maybe it's okay. But other than that, yeah, it does not seem worth playing that champ at all. But anyway. Dragon's coming up, which I believe would be our 4th dragon, if I'm not mistaken. Cat's randomly bot lane, really overextended at this stage of the game, and Zac is on her tail. Gonna go for a ultimate, and she flashes again away, but unfortunately for the Scion, he does, he's in the wrong place. Well, he teleports wrong, but unfortunately for me, I then get completely caught out too. The whole enemy team is here. Watch the Twitch, look at the positioning of the Twitch. Enemy team cannot get to him. They used quite a lot of CC, I will say, for me. So by the time they kept going, their CC was not back on cooldown. They used the CC on me instead. So that was a 4v5. We ended up winning a 2-for-1, which, you know, isn't bad. You know, I wouldn't like to die, I guess, but it's a positive, it's a net positive situation, so I don't mind dying. Set's going to go for the tier 2, so that's dead. In this situation, though, by the way, Zach has just stayed and he's doing the dragon, which I agree with that situation. It's guaranteed strength. Twitch is doing sneaky sneaky. Morg is overstaying. Twitch, if you saw there, he didn't actually go for the Morg straight away. I think he was looking for the Zeri and then realized the Zeri was a bit too far back, so he just killed the Morg for free, which is good. So yeah, very nice game. I honestly really happy. Oh snap, someone just subscribed on Twitch even though I'm not streaming. Flaro, if you're watching this YouTube video, thank you very much for the 51 months tier 1. Long-term sub, thank you very much for the support. Thank you very much, by the way, everybody for the support, whether you're on the Twitch channel, the YouTube channel. Thank you. Again, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed here on YouTube, please do consider subscribing. About 50% of my current audience who actively watch videos are not subscribed. So if you just want to hit that button, it does help out. But yeah, I would say I'm very happy as as a content creator right now. Obviously, yes, a league can be a bit sometimes. That's just league. But as a content creator, as an actual YouTuber streamer, I'm very happy. So thank you very much, everyone, because like I love the community that we've got on both YouTube and Twitch. And I hope I get to do this for many years to come. And hopefully you guys enjoy the content and everything. So yeah, thank you. Anyway, doing a bit of side laning, just pressuring the enemy team and in another area, which is never a bad thing to do. I do sneak my way into the enemy base because I was like, I'm going to look for a kill. Hello, Morgana. So she does Zhonya's, but, you know, I'm going to probably just continue going for it. So she doesn't end up dying. Unfortunately, I misplay that, I think, because I think I could have returned with R Shadow and then W'd away. I do it in the wrong order. And obviously, yeah, the Viego was a bit desperate to kill me, which is completely fair enough. So I will go down, but then Viego goes down, and then the enemy team is just kind of all now dying, which is going to be the end, I think, of the game, if memory serves correct. If we can actually get minions into the enemy base, and then Twitch can actually, like, DPS the towers. We do have minions in top lane, which obviously I helped get them there, and that's going to open them up, and they can get another inhibitor, why not, while you're waiting for the mid lane wave to get into the enemy base. So now that's what's going on. And you can see pings are happening of, like, attack the enemy base. Again, I've said it over the years, don't toy with the enemy team, if that makes sense. If you can end a game, end a game. I have lost games, I have won games when literally, like, if I say lost games, I've lost games where we could have ended, someone on my team got really cocky, for some reason they didn't end, and then the enemy team randomly turn it around and they win the game. I've lost games like that. I've also won games from those situations of, like, the enemy team doesn't end when they could have, and boom, we managed to win. Just get the end. I know, obviously, people like to toy with others and, like, BM a little bit, but, like, just end the game. Get that LP. Maybe if it's a normal game, you can have a bit more fun with it. Sure, but... Now, one thing was noticeable. I think the Twitch chat pointed it out after the game. The cat never bought Zhonya's, or not even a stopwatch, which is a little bit weird. She's died, I think, around 12 or maybe more times at this stage of the game. So you'd think she might opted for a stopwatch just to help. She doesn't. And obviously that's going to make her, when I'm side laning, once again, which is kind of my job, who's going to match me in side lane? Now, you could argue Sion should be matching me in side lane right now, but he's actively team fighting. He's actually quite strong. So that does leave the cat is the one that's going to side lane against me. And she doesn't have Zhonya's. So there she is. She's 3 levels behind. The moment I see her, I'm going to go for her. I miss a couple of my spells, but I'm that strong. Without her having a stopwatch, she just pops and dies. So that's the thing. A stopwatch would probably have saved her life there. And maybe even being close to kill me, you know, surprisingly. She's died 17 times. Obviously, you know, the tower did quite a lot of damage to me in that situation. But again, what I would say in this game, I have done my job as Zed. Like, I did well in lane. I won lane. We denied a KATARINA heavily. We countered her roams, met her and roamed, and killed her when she roamed a few times. And my other job, when it gets later in the game, is side laning. We did that. So we side laned a couple times, got a few kills in side laning too. So very happy, obviously, with how I played this game. It does feel good to be back on Zed. And this was the philosophy of, like, what you had in the Pike game. let's just play champions that I want to have fun on. I have fun on Zed. You might see like Mr. Bean's arms around the camera at the moment because again I put Mr. Bean there when I'm not on camera right now. So we go 8, 5, 15, 230 farm plus 18 LP. And yeah, that cat only got to 131 farm the entire game. Very low. But yeah, very happy with how I played. If I look into the damage, I'm not expecting a crazy amount of damage, by the way, which, you know, that's fine damage, because actively I wasn't doing much damage in the entire game because I was killing cat who might have had like 1,500, 2,000 health and then going back to just side laning or something. So I wasn't doing that much. I do more than double her damage though, so that's great. And obviously, yeah, the Zeri's still doing a lot of damage. Honestly, the tank Scion doing a lot of damage too. But the cat had a very bad game. The Viego didn't even have a great game either. But yeah, very happy about that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. You will get another POV game next. And all I'll say is a little bit of a hint to what that game will be. Hut 2, 3, 4.
Call down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace. Restore our glory to live forever. Bring down the dark regime. I know how to unleash eternal